Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Guys, today I want to jump right into the story. I uploaded a video yesterday that did pretty well about Shanquella Robinson and the situation. As horrific as it is, it teaches us some valuable lessons, not just in the black community, but in life period. And after, carefully thinking about it, and yes, the story is tragic, heartbreaking, horrific, what have you. There are lessons to be learned in this young woman's death. As malice as it was, these 6 folks will be brought to justice. No doubt about that. I mean, you got the FBI, you got Interpol, you got Mexican authorities. These people can't go anywhere. It's a matter of time. It's only a matter of time before they come, and get apprehended. And once they're apprehended, you know how it is. The bird's gonna sing, especially if you're in the feds, because they have all the stuff they need right now. And you got morons sitting on social media talking about what happened and looking ever dumber. But let me get into some of these things that I was thinking about that really make sense for a lot of younger people out there. And a lot of you older listeners that listen to me, you'll understand this. But this is just wisdom I'm passing down to people just for the future, especially if you're younger and you're still trying to find yourself. And this is the first thing I'm going to talk about. The first thing this situation, this case teaches you keep your circle small. You have no more than 1 or 2 friends that are good friends, because you can't have more than really one best friend that you could confide in. She took 6 people with her, 7 counting her, on a vacation, and they all came back and she was the one left there. So you always have to be cognizant of the people that you have around you. You can't control, or you can't even keep up with how many different minds you have in a circle that big. It could be enmity, enviness, jealousy. And that's what I think part of this case was about. It's just new to me that I found out that the 3 girls took turns beating on her. The video that you saw was just the one girl beating on her, as brutal as it was. The other girl supposedly slammed her on her neck. Now you gotta remember, in the autopsy report, this girl had an internal decapitation, meaning her neck was hanging on by muscle and skin. If it wasn't for that, her head would have came off. Her spinal cord was severed. I don't know if you people know how hard it is to sever a spinal cord. To like break your back. It's very hard. These women were on some next level stuff. So that should let you know they weren't just hitting her. They were going full power, trying to do as much damage as they can. And like I said, it's sad. That's the first thing. You keep your circle small. You want to go to out. You want to go out with your friends or whatever. If you got 2 or 3 friends, 1 or 2 friends that you got, and they coupled up, go out or whatever. But that many people, I don't know. Second thing I want to talk about, guys. You can't help everybody by being nice. On accounts that I've heard, she was doing pretty well for herself financially, job-wise and things like that. And she supposedly treated these people, provided, I guess they paid their airfare. She treated these people to a trip to Cabo. Something a lot of them probably would have never experienced. And a lot of them people that probably was with her ain't never traveled nowhere. And that's a big thing in the black community. We got a lot to say about a lot of places that we ain't never been. I know people that have never left the hood they're in, and haven't traveled. So she might have been doing a favor for some of these people, but they don't know. And the reason why I brought that up is for them to go over there and pull that BS like they was in the States thinking nothing would happen, not cognizant of the laws over there, and nobody said to themselves, damn, we can wind up getting locked over here in Mexico and going to jail. Nobody thought like that. So that lets you know their mentality altogether was shit. You can't help everybody by being nice. And when I say by being nice, she sprung that trip. went over there, had a chef, that cost money and everything else. If she sprung that, she making pretty good money if she sprung that trip for them. And for them to get in a place and conspire against somebody, I think it was a lot of jealousy involved in that. You know, because yesterday with my video, I was starting to think, I was like, okay, well, maybe, you know, I'm going over the normal fact, you know, scenarios. I'm like, maybe they was coupled up, because I didn't know the relationship with the people. I'm like, maybe they was coupled up and she was like, you know, an odd person out. Or like maybe one of the guys wanted to make a move on her and she said something about it. The guy, to avoid getting in trouble, went and lied and told one of the girls she was trying to talk to him, and that's what ensued in fights. But that happens a lot, you know, with the cattiness. It happens a lot. But to find out that 3 women jumped on her at different times, she was done after the first girl was fighting on her. I couldn't even watch the whole video, you know? And it's a damn shame that it came to that, you know, from people that you trust, cared about, and wanted to do something nice for. Number 3, you don't overlook red flags or flaws in people's character. I forgot the young gentleman's name. He was sitting there giving his account of what happened and talking to the guy in the white t-shirt. I forgot his name. But the way he talked, you could tell he's an uneducated moron. Or he want to be a street dude. I wouldn't even hang around that type of dude. You know, he in videos, he giving the finger and all kind of shit. What kind? No. That's poor character to me. That's showing discipline. You're a grown man doing that. You see little kids doing that in pictures, which is not right. But I mean, still. A lot of red flags. When I say overlooking people's character, a lot of times, especially us, me, I'm guilty of it. When I was younger, I'll be hanging around somebody I know that, you know, and some of you guys can vouch for that. Hanging around people that you know are not socially adept to being in any type of situation. Meaning, when you're walking with this person, you don't know if they're a powder keg or what. They could start something and expect you to back them up and all that type of stuff. Some of these people look like they had traits like that. You know, like the guy behind the camera. Ain't you even gonna fight back? Motherfucker, I paid for your trip over there. Why is y'all even hitting on me? I think it was a lot of enviness, jealousy, and it turned into rage on that girl. That girl paid for your trip. I think they planned to kill her. And I'm going to tell you why. How you going to beat somebody like that? Then get on the plane with them after it's over. You there one day, not even 24 hours. Next morning, you fighting on the girl? You fighting, she didn't even fight you back. You fighting on her. How you think that trip going to end? You know, if everybody was friends of everybody, why'd they even allow that? It's a damn shame. That's fact number 3. So far, from 1 to 3, we got keep your circle small. You can't help everybody by being nice. Don't overlook flaws in people's characters. If you see red flags, distance yourself from people. But that brings us to point number 4. You never show hungry people your plate. And that's an old saying. You know, like I brought up before, a lot of people counting money and having stacks of money in front of a bunch of people. As soon as you do that, people looking. People also plotting. You know, not in the case with her, but what I'm saying is this girl sprung a nice chunk of change to give these people the time of their life. You know, sometimes that can breed people being jealous of you or envious or such. Sometimes doing stuff for people, they take it the wrong way because they look at it like, oh, she thinks she's better than me. Because you know how it be, y'all. Let's keep it real. You know how it be sometimes with somebody, some people. Guys act like that. Oh, he got a good car. He think he all that. You know, obviously she sprung for what she worked hard, had the money to do it. She invited them. A lot of times people turn on you. So you got to be careful. Or people always watching. You know, that beating that they put on that girl could have stemmed from something which I think happened in the United States. Maybe they wanted, you know, they wanted her to do something for her. She told them no. But she was in charge of the money. It could have been something the night before. But they could have had a problem over there where the girls wanted to go and buy something to spend something. She like, nah, that's too much money. I'm not doing that. And you know how people is. It breeds seeds of contempt. People forget what you do. They'll turn your back on you quick and forget everything you did for them. You know, just over one slight, you saying no. So that's don't show hungry people your plate. That brings us to number 5. Point number 5. You observe people's character at all times. When you're grown up and you're over 21, you get to 23, 24 years old, and your life is settled down and all that stuff, don't let peer pressure affect you at all, people. And I know people that are in their 40s and 50s right now that still don't want people to be mad at them because they want to be in the good graces of everybody, even though they know they're being coerced into doing something against their will that they wouldn't normally do. There's a lot of people locked up in jail following behind people, knowing that there was something wrong, and they were scared to say something to the person because they feared disapproval from that person with ill character. Don't be that person, guys. Do not be that person. You're your own person. You was born alone, you're going to die alone. They don't put two people in a casket. You know what I mean? And when you get caught out there doing dumb shit, everybody looks at you as dumb. It don't matter if you, oh, I was just with them. And no, you're a part of it. These people out here that have done this atrocity have no idea of what's waiting for them. Just the whole judiciary process, going through that is going to be hell for them. They have no idea. And this is the final thing I want to say to you guys. And this is something my grandfather told me a long time ago. And I think this is fitting in closing. Just because somebody wear the same jersey as you, don't mean they on your team. They on the same team as you. You know what I mean? When I say jersey, I'm talking about skin color or whatever. You know, a long time ago, I was like, what does that mean? Just because somebody the same color as you, don't mean they think like you, they act like you, and they have your best interests in mind. You know what I mean? Every brother ain't no brother. Every sister ain't no sister. We got to be careful in who we pick as friends and who we call as our comrades in life. You know, me personally, at my age, I have associates that I speak to, and it's from a distance. You know, I don't have friends like that. You know, you don't need friends like that. You know, I have 1 or 2 people that I considered, you know, like on that brotherly level where I can go to them and ask for something, or they can come to me and ask for something. And I know when I talk with them, their lips are sealed on any type of subject I bring. If you can find people like that, they're golden in life. You know, people that aren't going to let nothing happen to you. People that you're not going to let nothing happen to them. Why? Because character is king. Always choose people with good character. They have your best interests in mind. They're not afraid to tell you the truth. And they're not going to sit in the shadows and conspire against you. That being said, guys, as always, I love you. Stay positive out there. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Also, one more thing I was going to tell you. Tomorrow's video, I was thinking about doing a Q&A. You know, so if anybody's watching this video, if you leave some comments in the description box with any kind of questions you want to ask me, you know, you can ask me anything. And tomorrow's video, I'll answer them after you guys put them in the comment section. So I appreciate you guys spending time with me. As always, you guys know that. And like I said, I'll see you guys in the next video.